Hey guys, this is number 19 of the homework from yesterday, and we're going to do a couple of problems from that and then go to the lesson today. Lesson today should be relatively easy. It's just the converse of 8.2. Okay, so number 19, it was a regular pentagon. And the regular pentagon, what's nice about the regular pentagon is that we know it has 5 sides. Or at least you should know it's 5 sides. So 180 equals 5 minus 2. So 180 times 3 is 540. Divided by 3, or divided by 5, oops, see, that's a mistake, is 108. Okay? So this is the inside angles. Now, I made a mistake because in the homework it says find the exterior angles, like how much the outside angles are. And I had to explain that, so let me explain that now. Now, first off, 3 seconds. What does the exterior angles always add up to? So they always add up to 360. So since you know it always adds up to 360, you could divide it by 5 because there's that many angles or sides. So 360 divided by 5, and that's is 72. So that is 72 degrees. Now, in the answer sheet, it gives you both the inside and the outside. Since I only taught you the inside, I was just kind of looking for this one. But it's my fault. I want to explain where the second answer to getting coming from. So, particularly, I remember somebody said, like, why is it partially wrong? It's like, you're actually right. It's just that I didn't tell you how to do the second part. If you're someone who did, I'll congratulate you when I check the work. All right, I'm going to do number 15 from the homework. The only thing I think is confusing is that they don't give a lot of space for your picture. So I just rewrote it. So it's clearly like it's this piece is 5y, this piece is 4y plus 4. So let's do the easy one. 3x plus equals 12. Divided by 3, divided by 3. X equals 4. Very straightforward. And then let's do the second one. It's 5y equals 4y plus 4. We're going to divide minus 4y on both sides. Now we only left with 1y, so that's very convenient for us. So it's just y equals 4. So both x and y in this question equals 4. All right, pretty straightforward lesson. And you're going to see that today's lesson, 8.3, is also straightforward. All right, guys, it's 8.3. Show quadrilaterals or a parallelogram. What's very convenient about this section is basically it's just the converse of 8.2. So if you feel like you understood 8.2, this is basically free. It's going to be easy to understand 8.3. All right. So 8.3, show quadrilaterals or parallelogram. First, let's talk about what the definition of a parallelogram is again. Definition of parallelogram is where you have a 4-sided shape, and then the opposite sides are parallel. Okay? So that's a straight definition. That defines what a parallelogram is. But parallelograms have special properties. So one thing that they have in property is that they're congruent. So the opposite sides are congruent. Another property they have is that we know the angles are opposites are congruent. So opposite angles are congruent. Let's see. Is there any other property we went over? They're parallel. They're congruent. Oh, and we also know that their diagonals are bisected, which makes the two halves congruent. They're not, and it's important to know, I just want to point this out, they're not all congruent to each other. They're just congruent to each half. Okay? So, with that in mind, those are the things we learned from yesterday about parallelograms. So we want to see, is there any other things out of the 4 things from before? Okay, so we're just going to do some questions on, it's going to look exactly the same as the yesterday's questions, but the wording's just slightly different. It effectively says, all right, this is matching, and I call this 3x, and I call this, I don't know, I'll just do a 127 or something. Okay. Oh, it looks like a acute angle, so let's do 87. Okay. The question will be kind of like this, but it will just basically say, show what x value would make this a parallelogram. And what I'm going to do is attach a picture of all the ways you could tell something's a parallelogram. And from this situation, it looks like I have to make the angles match. Because I have this angle, so I probably got to make this angle match. So 3x and 89, so I just do 3x equals 89, divided by 3, x equals 29. So x equals 29. It's that straightforward, that's simple. You're just doing the same thing you were doing last section. The wording slightly different, but effectively it's going to be the same type of question. All right, it's a little wet today, so I don't know if you want to go outside, but, do something, do some push-ups or something, okay? Have a wonderful day.